Men want traditional values in women, but they themselves are not traditional men. They are not traditional at all. Because if a woman were to say, well, you want these traditional values, I'm going to provide those to you, but can you be a traditional man? He would say, what do you mean? Well, how about you pay for everything? No, it's 50-50. We live in America. Okay, then why do you want a traditional woman? We don't live in Africa. Because there, the men are traditional. At least based on what I know, they pay for everything, right? But here in America or in the West, the men, they are so imposing. They want you to be traditional, but yet they don't take care of the whole thing, right? They want 50-50 with you. They want you to go to work. They want you to come and pay half of the bill. And yet they want you to cook and clean and do their laundries and feed them on the daily basis. They want you to do their breakfast, laundry. I mean, the whole 9 yards. Be a maid. And also pay for the bills, by the way. So it is a contrast. What type of contradiction is this? You want me to be traditional to you, but yet you are not a traditional husband. Because, hey, if we have to talk about the traditional husband, those men, they were very responsible. But you are not responsible. You are unreliable. And you want the woman to behave as a traditional woman. It doesn't happen. Okay, the duties in the household have to be shared. Even if in the traditional household, men also help their woman. Even if he pays all the bills, I know some men that help their wives, okay, do the traditional duties. Help them with the kids sometimes. Okay, women are not anybody's maid, by the way. So therefore, it's like, hey, pick and choose. What do you want? What do you want? On top of that, he wants to lay on top of you and I say, no. Keep your shit away. Don't allow a man to treat you like that, okay? If he say he wants a traditional woman, make sure he is the traditional type. Make sure he is the one that won't abuse his powers in the household. Okay, because sometimes some of them can hide behind the traditional man. Okay, traditional man is not limited to paying bills. That's one thing most men don't understand. They think that, okay, I am very traditional. I am responsible. I am the leader. Okay, no one is against you being the leader of the family. Oh, fine. But then it's like, okay, you have got the power in this family, right? You have got the power. Your wife have no say-so in the household. You know all the PIN numbers to the internet. Your wife doesn't even know the account number to the bank, your bank account number. Your wife doesn't know when you pay your bills. She knows nothing. And you call that traditional? That is a power dynamic that is skewed. A power dynamic that only favors you. Okay, you may decide not to pay the bill for 5 years and she doesn't even know. Because in her mind, you're paying the bills. So when we talk about traditional woman or traditional lifestyle in the 21st century, it has to be defined. The woman have to be embedded in every decision making. You cannot just provide and make all the decision without consulting her because you are the breadwinner and you view her as a second-class citizen in your household. I don't think that's traditional. That is demeaning, and a woman can resent that. When a woman feels resentful, when she feels powerless within her own relationship, she is going to resent that and she will leave. No matter how patient she is, one day she will decide and just leave. Because we live in the 21st century, you cannot be with a man who doesn't give you access to the finances of the house. Though he is the breadwinner, you don't know anything about what is going on in this household. You don't know if he's paying the car note, the insurance, like you know nothing. You are just living like a fool in the household. You don't feel like an adult. When a woman doesn't feel like an adult, she feels neglected. You may pay all the bills, but that is not traditional because she feels neglected. She feels as if she's not part of the decision making of the family. And most men, if you are unlucky to come across a man who is obsessed with power and hide behind the facade of traditional men, you will regret it and you will leave to tell me. And you will leave your comment on my comment section because that's how relatable my video is going to find you. Okay, there are some men that are obsessed with, power. And if a woman give up her right, meaning her independence to look for money, her financial independence to him, and rely on him as a traditional husband, she's going to regret that because he is going to micromanage her to death. She won't have no say-so in that marriage. She shall be neglected, disrespected. She might even be beaten on when the opportunity presents because he feels as if she is his property. Do you understand? She may be beaten because he feels as if she is his property. That's how dangerous it can be or it can get in certain so-called traditional men. So men want traditional women, or they want the traditional aspect that come with women, but they themselves are not traditional, even those that hide behind the facade of traditional men, because they do not understand the definition of a traditional man. Traditional men are very respectful to women. They include women in every decision making. Though they are the breadwinner, they make sure they also help their wives with household chores. They don't just let her slave around just because he is the breadwinner, just because that's her duty. You cannot solely render a woman's worth to household work. I don't think that's fair to a woman. And we live in the 21st century. She may pull up with it, but one day she'll pack and leave. And I know you will be the type of man that will come online and say, well, I was with her for this amount of time. I was providing, because you think women just want providers, right? Don't you think women are more emotional than you? You may provide, but if her emotional needs are not being met, it's useless. It doesn't matter how much money you are giving her. She is not happy. She is stressed because you're letting her take care of the kid day in, day out. Do you think stay-at-home mom is a joke? Do you think it is a joke? Working moms are better in terms of mental health than stay-at-home mom. Stay-at-home mom go through a lot. Because working mom, when she goes to work, she's doing what she likes. So mentally, it is rewarding. The stay-at-home moms are stressed. You might view that as, okay, you're only taking care of the kid and you're laying there, you're not working. Do you know the work that comes with stay-at-home moms or being a stay-at-home moms? Do you know the work that they do on the daily basis? It looks very easy, but try to do it for one day. Try screaming a kid running around for one whole day without losing your voice box. Try that. It's not as easy as it seems. Women get less credit, by those so-called provider men or the traditional men. You are not traditional enough, buddy. If you think, her job is just to take care of the kid, and when you come home, you don't help her take care of the kids. No, you think, well, she doesn't have to be in the rat race. She doesn't have to do the 9 to 5. But yet, she's not included in the financial or in the major decision making in the household. How do you expect her to feel human, to feel heard, to feel valuable? How do you expect her to feel worthy? You're rendering her to a maid, practically. Though she's raising her children, but these kids are yours too, buddy. So bringing the breadwinner or providing or financially being responsible is not enough to be a traditional man. So I would say women should beware of men that hide behind the facade of traditional men. They themselves are confused. They don't understand the definition. And you need to always put yourself first. If you are in any relationship where you feel less than on the constant basis, and a man is hiding behind the umbrella of a provider and micromanaging you, diminishing you, demeaning, not diminishing, what the heck, demeaning you, you need to leave. Your sanity is better, okay? Find a way to become independent. It's never too late, okay? We live in the West, and in America, you can always find a financial independence. It's never too late. It's going to be hard. The road's going to be hard because then now you have to provide for yourself and your kid, potentially, okay? Yeah, you need to leave the uncomfortable comfort with the so-called traditional men. Uncommon theories, uncommon answer. My name is Rose, and I shall always remain the Rose that you know.